Hi guys, today we will talk about how to focus, how to increase our focusing energy, and how to actually work on what we are doing. So there are few things why we lose focus and why we actually wander. Our mind gets sometimes wonder about the things that we are not doing. So the first thing I would tell you that if we have too many goals set in our life, so obviously our mind start thinking that which goal we should achieve first. Like say if I'm planning to go somewhere, and then I have to go there also, I have to go one place here, I go have to go to one place here also. So I will obviously wonder that पहले कहाँ जाऊँ, कैसे जाऊँ, if some place or all the places have the same value for me. So similarly our mind is also something like that, and this is why always been told by many people that try to control your mind rather than mind controls you. So when we talk about controlling our mind, is it so easy? Yes, it depends on you how you want to do it. So if we talk about first, like there are too many goals set in our life, so our mind has started wondering where to go, or our goal is too big that I always try to think when it will be achieved, when it will be achieved, when it there's no time limit for that. Then also our mind wanders. So in order to control our mind, in order to think that yes, how can we stay focused on our goals, how can we achieve our goals, there are few things you need to practice in your daily life. But before going for that, I would like to tell you what is the science behind the mind wandering. And when we talk about science behind the mind wandering, what is the logic why what happens inside our brain when our mind wanders? So we have neurons that we all know in our mind, in our body. We all have neurons. So when we are not getting the sufficient source of energy in our neurons that occurs in our mind starts getting that energy from different neurons from different part of the body, and that is why our mind start wandering. जब खुद ढूंढने लग जाता है तब हमारा दिमाग भी घूमने लग जाता है. That's a simple saying. So this is how our mind wanders because it is trying to get the source of energy उसे कहीं से भी मिले. So to keep the mind busy or to keep the mind intact with the source of energy, with the supply of the energy, there are few things we should do and that we can easily do. Like first, let's say you have an exam tomorrow and you really want to practice, you really want to revise it, but your mind is still wandering, you're not able to concentrate today at the very given day. You have been reading, you have been doing it from a very while, but when tomorrow is exam, your mind is certainly wandering, it is not able to concentrate or you're not able to concentrate. Then what you should do, it is a small exercise that we should actually do to our brains. Like if we are not utilizing something, then it gets ruins or it get destroyed. So but mind has the capacity to reactivate. If we are not utilizing it something, it will take some more focus and we will be able to reutilize the mind again, and we will be, because if you are able to provide the sufficient source of energy to the mind, it activates the brain cells. Like if you have seen there are some patients who go in the coma, if you keep on repeating the things जो अपनी यादाश्त खो देते हैं, if you keep on repeating the things, the mind cells start work. That also depends on person to person. So to keep our brain cells activated, or for the long term and for the short term, there are few small exercises that we should do. So first I would should suggest that listen to the music. Tomorrow let's say you have an exam and your mind is wandering, you're not able to concentrate, 5-10 minutes take out because you're already been wasting your time. So you can take 5-10 minutes and start listening to the music, because when you listen to the music and via the earplugs, because when you listen to the music your brain cells get activated, it energizes itself and it gets the energy, and it actually start working and flow with the same sort of mechanism that it was doing before. Now secondly, what you can do is that you can meditate. Take breathe in breathe out exercise for 5-10 minutes, because when you will focus on your breathe, it will again take your mind to focus on what you are actually want to achieve, or what you're actually looking for, where you are training your mind to. Third, I would say that when we talk about this mechanism, you should also start playing some games which involves using brain. Like, it could be outdoor game, it could be indoor game, it could be chess, or it could be many games that are available on the internet today. So when you are continuously doing that, your brain cells always try to keep the energy level high. And when your energy level in the brain, in the neuron, is high, you will stay focused. Now, start meditating. It is one of the very good practice. Even if you meditate for 5-10 minutes, concentrating on simple one thing, it could be anything of your choice, and then of course your brain cells will be activated. Now you can also have a cup of coffee, because caffeine, when you take it, energize your neuron cells, but it should be the limited amount, so that you should not be addicted to it. Because once you will get addicted to, your brain would not know, brain cells would not know that when you are supplying the energy, or whether it is in abundance, and the brain cells again will get reactivated. So the supply of sufficient amount of energy is very much required. So coffee you can take, or you can have the dark chocolates, that are also good source of caffeine, and it helps the brain cells to remain activated. Now, apart from all these things, you can also read some books, because books are very good source of information. Those books which from which you are gathering information, where it is actually increasing the curiosity, what happens next, or what is type of novel you can read, what happens next, what happens next. So this sort of energy, or this sort of mechanism, is helping your brain cells to get activated, or to remain activated, not in the short term, but it is a very long term process, wherein your brain cells always remain channelized. So apart from that, I would say that, but after all this also, you should give a proper rest to your brain. It should not be that by 24 by 7 you are thinking about something, you are doing something energy, because everything, everybody, every part of our cell also needs rest for some time. That is why we sleep, so that we can provide rest to our body, rest to our mind. So sleep is similarly important, and it also depends the amount of sleep you have. A good amount of sleep is around 7 to 8 hours that you should do as an adult, and for children it is around 12 hours of sleep. That is the newborn baby, from children from 0 to 4 years. It is very important, or 0 to 3 years, it is very important to have at least 12 hours of sleep, so that their brain cells remain activated and good and healthy. Not only it will also improve their physical health, but also improve their brain's energy. So these are small points that we should actually do practice in our daily life, so that our brain remains intact with the energy, and it should supply the good amount of energy to our body. So it's a good saying, I don't know who has said, but it's always been a good to say, that we control our mind, mind doesn't control us. So once the mind will control you, you will be helpless. So let control your mind, or you should control your mind, so that you will not be helpless. You, everything will be in your hand. You will be the source of providing the energy to your brain. You will be the source to guide the brain, that where and what should be done. Not brain should be telling you that yes, you are done. Similarly, because we have come across with a different things, anxiety, stress, or maybe different things like abuse, such alcohol abuse and all. So all these things, why the people get addicted to this, why anxiety always comes in our mind, why we always get anxious, or why we get stressful, because this is the thing, because we are not able to control our mind. What happens, mind is controlling us. So there are few techniques that you should practice, so that you should be able to control your mind, and to have a stay to have a happy and healthy life. So stay happy, stay healthy, and that's all from my side today. We will come up with a new topic again soon. Thank you.